The alarming future and why the old order will be destroyed. Has the process already begun? Can it be stopped? The world is changing, and this is becoming more and more noticeable every day. People's old worldview no longer works in the modern world, and today the concept of the new world order is being developed in new relationships between people, while the process of reformatting the old world into a new one is being unveiled before our eyes. Tens of thousands of years ago, our planet was not a godforsaken darkness, but almost the center of the universe, and of course, not physically. Humans have reached an unprecedented level of development, both in the field of technology and in spiritual sphere, and these were people who had many special abilities: telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation. They moved freely in space, explored new worlds, and built numerous colonies even on planets that were not suitable for life. They constantly created, and these people could be called gods, sky gods. And although these people were in physical bodies, they possessed truly divine capabilities. They did not need transport, communications, and other things that we now surround ourselves with. Their abilities were simply limitless. In fact, a person can travel alone through the universe without any special devices, and he could communicate with anyone, including the Creator himself. And there is nothing unusual in this. It's just that for this, you need to have completely different qualities that are now lost. But for every force, there is another force, and the golden age of humanity ended. The earth has been captured and enslaved by dark entities, and we're left with only ancient artifacts and buildings that prove that a highly developed civilization lived on Earth before us. And it's not only known that the Earth and the solar system were subjected to impacts of unprecedented destructive forces. The moons, planets, and asteroids on which human colonies flourished were destroyed. The Earth was completely transformed. The position of the continents changed. Terrible disasters and cataclysms destroyed almost all living things. A pitiful bunch of survivors gathered on Earth, and it was necessary to start everything from scratch. And humans would have succeeded, but the invaders had completely different plans. The essence of dark civilizations fed on the energy of low vibrations, fear, hatred, energy of pain and death, and people were enslaved, stripped of all abilities. At birth, children were given a block and did not know them to be free and have the right to choose. Now humans degenerated very quickly, and after just a few generations, a huge farm for producing low vibrant energy was formed on Earth, and this farm still exists. As sad as it is, we are still in slavery to the dark ones that live under the constant control and intensively generate the energy for negative emotions. Wars, epidemics, natural disasters, all these are skillful manipulations of the dark ones to get what they want, but it's time to change everything. The forces of darkness setting up a farm on Earth, and over many thousands of years they managed to turn people into some kind of animals who are only interested in food, material wealth, and possibility of reproducing their own kind. And these people still do not shine with special intelligence because they are too down to earth and do not understand that they are actually under a tight cap of control. Has the process begun? The dark ones are by no means fools, and they understand perfectly well that people are unreliable creatures. Today they produce a lot of necessary energy, but tomorrow they can produce a meager amount, and in order not to suffer in lean years, energy reserves were created. These batteries were destroyed by forces of light, and the dark ones realized that the sweet life was ending. The process of reformatting the earth is quite long, and it takes a lot of effort to clean the organ stables. It's necessary not only to destroy entire systems of the dark ones, but also to change the consciousness of people, raise their vibrations, and bring them out of the blocked state. Humanity must remember that it was once powerful and omnipotent. The goal of the forces of light is to return the golden age to Earth. The dark ones do not need such a turn of events at all. They're doing everything to keep the old world unchanged. creating conditions for humanity to produce as much negative energy as possible. They've done especially well, but the Light Ones have their own plan and have already intervened. The process of reformatting the Earth begun to the point of no return to the past was passed back in 2011, they said. Now, this farm in which humanity was imprisoned began to collapse, and a stream of high-frequency energy poured into the Earth. The Dark Ones do not perceive this energy. They cannot live with such vibrations, so they gradually began to close down their feeder. But it's not easy for people either. Many will not be able to withstand high-frequency energies and will go into rebirth. We were born to transform into this hell into a heaven, cleansing ourselves from low emotions like greed, anger, envy, hatred, revenge, guilt, shame, all that is evil, and come to love, inspiration, beauty, joy, purity, and harmony. The future of humanity is determined. It will definitely awaken and regain its former abilities and harmony. An irreversible process has begun, with one of the options of solving the problems of evil on our planet being its complete destruction, and then it would be possible to build a new world without looking back at the past. But the final decision was to figure out what led humanity to such a sad consequence and how it can be corrected. And since recently our world has been in the process of transformation, the main task of these changes is to teach people to think, love, and create. Today, our planet is inhabited by various creatures that have enslaved humanity. Today, just like many centuries ago, people sacrifice their lives in various non-meaningful activities, and those who manage these processes have learned to control people to satisfy their needs. What awaits us in the future? Today, the direction of the Earth has shifted towards light and goodness, and the dark side can no longer control humanity and the process occurring on Earth. And naturally, this does not suit those who built this matrix system, where each person obeys the matrix program, has no will of his own. Humanity, which supports the transition to a new system and longs for freedom and prosperity, must learn to work at new energy frequencies. They have to learn to improve relationships between people, learn to rejoice, experience happiness and confidence. Only living emotions, living matrices can return our planet to a path of development and preserve it as a whole. Humanity still has a lot of work and new changes ahead, and the planet will experience various shocks, cataclysms, and destructions. All this is necessary, first of all, in order to cleanse Earth of the forces of evil and negativity. As for the new generation that will take part in building this new world, first of all, humanity needs to change its way of life, take responsibility for your life, and not just lie on the couch in front of a TV. And the second thing you need to do is change your character. Only a strong, freedom-loving person is able to accept external changes and let them into his life, just because the civilization that still exists is a dead end. 80% of humanity lives according to the laws of animals and an animal world. This is a road to nowhere, and if we want to stay alive, then we need to do the following today. Acquire the qualities of those people who will make up the new world. We must learn, first of all, to create and be grateful to our planet. And we don't have much time left, so we need to start changing our thoughts, views, and attitudes towards the world right now. And this is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.